What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blake Manor. In the last episode, we've done almost everything we need to do before we can actually deduce our culprit. The last person, really, that we have the ability to do anything with is Murphy. We have to go well scrying with Fia, but Fia is not in the manor somewhere achievable in this hour. We think she's probably in the talk with Rory. So we'll check the bar in the next hour, and we'll make sure we could check that out. Otherwise, the other three need to happen at the end. And Finn doesn't have a mystery right now because he's gone. Walter Blake, I need to meet him at 8 o'clock. Coventry says he needs us to talk to him before we have an ability to talk to him. And Blake, obviously, is also a silent dinner situation. So we're basically waiting for the silent dinner at this point. And then catching any other thing in between. What I also realize I want to do is just make sure I have everybody's facts and evidence pieces unlocked before I start skipping ahead by a lot. Yeah, see, like here, find where to play the melody, like, I've done that, so I don't know if that's necessarily needed, but her facts are important. And I should try to figure out if there's anything else I could figure out about her that pertain to the facts that we do have. All right, so well scrying would be the next thing I have to do. Again, Fia is MIA right now, as far as I know. Yeah. She's not around most places where I think there would be, she would be. So I think we're going to have to skip ahead in just a minute. I'm curious about if there's anything else I can do. Father Sinnott, I should probably do his post-mortem with. I could do the reflections of those two. Joyce Dupre. Okay, so there's a couple reflections I could at least handle. Dupre's in the drawing room. Oh, but drawing room is being occupied right now. So how about anything else? McLeod's room. Sinnott's room. So I can't go into their private rooms. Darcy. I don't want to... The thing that I want to avoid is just skipping ahead 4 hours and then being like, oh, well, oops, there's something that I needed to know. Shisham's in the wine cellar. Why is she there? Library, room 12. Oh, right. So anybody who is protected or away, they're now... That's what their timetable updating meant, is now that they're just going to stay in their room. Got it. So anybody who says they're going to be in the hedge maze is going to the seance. Men's dorm. Right. Cool. Okay. Got it. We don't know if Coventry's going. That's interesting. Well, right, because we haven't ever seen his journal. Because we've never been in his... Oh, no, we've been in his room. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Talk of the Regents. So Coventry is going to be the speaker there. All right. So I think just for the purpose of keeping things moving, let's change up the hour. We'll just skip ahead for now, and then we'll move to the... We'll just see what it gives us. We have 4 hours. We have plenty of time to do what we need to do. Bar opens. All right, let's check it out. We'll do a loop of the house. Marquess is still... I guess we should do all the hallways first, shouldn't we? See if there's anybody around here. No. How about this hallway? No. How about... It's going to be here. So this is Sinnott's room, as well as leads us downstairs. There's not usually anybody right here. But obviously there could be people in this hallway. Only Doyle in the bar right now, but we should check that actually. Because there tend to be more people than they've reported to be. Oh, surprisingly empty. So that actually was true. Only Doyle is in the bar. Okay, so that means everybody else has found their way elsewhere. Let's go to the library, then we'll head outside. Again, ideally we could do Fia. Fia is the top priority right now. Let's go outside. And Fia probably has another well scrying appointment. She's one more at least, right? So at minimum we could do that. Where is Fia? So there was 1, 2, there were 3 though. Yeah, so latest we would have to do is 6 p.m. Okay, eavesdrop.
So, if I might ask, do you ladies find yourselves at events like this often?
Quite often. I've attended more than my fair share. Mostly in London, but not always. But an entire week, with the ultimate goal of some grand ritual. Ah, nothing like this has ever been done before.
It seems more the venture of one of the secret societies than that of a seer.
That's true. I think that's why we found it so enticing.
Then you're not of a society yourselves.
No. I have a gift. And I enjoy the company of those who would believe it. And Victoria and her infinite patience is here at my behest.
It's not patience. After all, this has been a more interesting week than I would be having otherwise.
Fair. Coventry, I still don't... There's not anything I can really do with him as much as I would like to. Doesn't look like anybody's out here. Actually, I have to check the churchyard now, too. Lot more spaces to check per hour. Really, all we're looking for is if anybody's talking to each other. Maybe we missed something, but again, once everybody's personal mysteries are done, I feel like we've done it, right? Like we've seen most of what needs to be seen at this point. If it's all going to come down to that last hour, it is what it is. Ideally, we find Fia here. Just so I have no doubts in my mind that we have everything we need. Great. Excellent. Okay, here she is. Ericsson's out here too, actually. Hello. You look cold. Over here. Here we go. Okay. Hey, Fia. Okay, so... what are we trying to ask her about? We're trying to ask her about... right. This one.
Do you think you'd be able to lead Miss Murphy in well scrying? It would do her good to see her daughter. But the Magdalen Laundry that took her child, they won't share any information.
I can think of no better cause. You tell Miss Murphy I'm ready whenever she is. And to meet me at the well.
Excellent. Oh, maybe we're going to have to do more component stuff, too.
There you are.
Varley's here, too.
Come here now. Have you done this before, Alanov?
Alanov?
Miss, I didn't know it would really work. Does it? It most certainly does. Come here and stand beside me. You'll want to look into the well and try and get your thoughts calm. Take all the time you need. Deep breaths. There. Now,
Got that.
I want you to think about your daughter. Do your best to picture her in your mind. Look at that. There you go. That's her? She has your eyes, does she not? She looks all right. She looks well. Oh, I was so worried. I hope you'll get to see her again someday. But until then, I can show you how to do this for yourself too, you know. You... Really? I've no words. That'd be... Thank you. So much. It's no trouble at all, sweetheart.
It made Varlo look really creepy there. To love that child so much, she'd scarcely met her before they were separated. Separated in God's name. Did the Lord not die for our sins? I like this, like, sub-narrative, like, underneath the whole thing, that Ward is starting to doubt his own faith because of all the stuff that's happening here.
It doesn't ease the hurt in my heart to see her. But it does with the guilt. I didn't know how heavy that was sitting on my soul. Now that I know she's okay, I think I can rest.
Why don't you take some time, Miss Murphy, and rest? I think we can handle the seance without you.
If you're sure, sir. I do feel weary from all this.
Miss Murphy will no longer be attending the seance. Miss Murphy was able to use her well scrying to see her child, able to use well scrying period to see her child, and will continue her studies in magic under Mr. Callahan. Yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's like one more. Okay, dirty laundry. I wondered if I've gathered enough evidence. Whatever. Check the notes. We know the deal. Great. So, Blake residence is the last major mystery. Go to the silent dinner, investigate the Blake residence. So, I should attend the silent dinner, the culprit. Done. Okay, wonderful. So, Coventry. Blake. So where the strange device with the goo is at, it's making me think that that's not enough for 4 people. So I need to get rid of one of them, really. Like 1 or 2, maybe. So that's definitely going to be Blake and Coventry, who are the 2 people who were going to attend and aren't. Or one of them never intended to. I don't know how that's going to all work out. Who's left on the elimination world? So, Montavani. I don't have many facts unlocked for her. She's Catholic. She's in mourning for herself, almost. They're not staff. No pre-Manor history with Deane. They were medium shoes. They used magic. So she's still technically in because she fits a lot of the criteria. But if she got medium shoe, if she didn't have medium shoes, and she's out. Who else is not out technically? Maybe it's worth just going back to their rooms. It's funny because it's like the lack of evidence is actually keeping them on the list. Sinnott. He's magical. Blake, Coventry. I mean, obviously Coventry is like top suspect right now. Who's left? It's Mantovani, Toussaint, Sinnott, Blake, and Coventry. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be Coventry. I mean, this is crazy now. The fact that I even have to almost follow through with this is ridiculous, but we're gonna continue to do so. Let's just see if I can eliminate Montavani and Toussaint by going to their rooms, and then from there we'll just kind of skip ahead. I don't see any reason to keep the charade up, right? We'll do the talk and the dinner, but what else am I gonna have to investigate? I mean, I feel like I've pretty much combed through this entire game at this point. We'll do the reflections though. Let's do that actually.
Hello. What brings you back?
Reflection.
How are you feeling now that the situation is resolved?
Of course, I am thrilled with the outcome. But I am less thrilled with my behavior. I could blame a lot of it on Miss Deane, or this house. Maybe even just the time of year or the event itself. But my training works against me here. I have to own my anger, frustration, and mistakes from this past week. I have some work to do to regain Ivy's trust. It's possible I never will. But even if I lose her, she will be free. And that is worth everything. So thank you.
No problem.
That's all, Mrs. Lau.
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
And did I get all of her pieces? Yes. So some people I have all of their evidence. Not everybody, though. How about Cloud? Yeah, same thing here. I mean, their evidence was pretty much shared.
Hello, Miss.
Okay, let's do her
I
reflection.
hope you have some peace now.
You, sir, have no idea. My sight, my second sight, it's not quite back to me yet, but I don't need it to say how lucky I am. I know Victoria acted, well, she acted, and she made mistakes, as did I, in chasing a husband without discussing it with her, and what that could mean for us. I'm still coming to terms with it, I think. That someone so dear to me could break my trust, but I also know she wasn't entirely herself. And her haste brought my freedom too. I don't know what comes next for us, but that is a priceless gift. And Dara, dear sweet Dara, he trained me in the sight, you know. How to manage it, how to hide it from others. For him to be in this place when I needed him most, to have acted against Miss Deane and gotten us the key, and, of course, you, sir. You found the materials and returned them to us. You have given us a chance at a future together. And we will never forget that. Thank you.
Pretty good.
I'll let you...
Take care.
All right. Let's continue to do a little bit of a loop around the house. See if there's anybody else that we could do their reflection. I don't know how many more we have. Probably Murphy. Murphy has hers.
Sir?
There we go.
Do you think you'll meet Miss Callahan to scry again?
Yes, definitely. She even said she'd be willing to keep teaching me what she knows. I'm so filled with thanks. I could see my little one anytime I'd like. And with magic, I might finally have some say in my own life now, sir. You arranged it all, didn't you? Thank you. You didn't have to.
No, don't mention it, miss. I'm glad I could help.
I'm just so glad to see my little girl again.
Yay.
I'll leave you be.
Oh, all right, sir.
Very nice. Okay, so let's just quickly check our records. Here we go. Okay, so Sinet Dara Dupre of the most recent sides of stuff. Yeah. Okay, so Sinet Dara Dupre are the last three I need. Do I know for sure where anybody of those are? No. Okay. West corridor. Anybody in the drawing room? Aha! Hello, my friend. Oh, yeah, actually, that's what he says, doesn't it?
Hello again.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Hello again, my friend.
Is she really laid to rest?
She is. Thanks be to Maman. And thanks to you and Mrs. Joyce, of course.
And that means... you will not see her again.
Not in this life, no. Why are you asking?
My brother. He is dead. Since coming here, I've learned he's still with me.
Unfinished business of his own, perhaps.
But how do I find out what it is and free him? Before he becomes trapped like your Laura.
That I do not know, Mr. Ward. But if Laura found a way to get you to free her, I'm sure your brother can too.
Ooh, interesting.
Not at all, Mr. Ward.
I wonder if that's a thing that we can do also by the end of the game. That seems like an actual ending thing as well, to help free my brother. So Sinnott and Hunter. Hunter's probably outside, if I had to guess, which means that we're going this way. So Murphy's done. Everything else is Blake residence. So let's go. We didn't go to the library yet. Let's just quickly check in. Probably not for the two people that we're looking for, but... Oh, actually it is. There's Sinnott. Hello, my friend. Hello.
Yes, my
Are you okay, Father?
My mission is not complete, but my part in it is over. What happens next is up to you.
It's gotta kill your voice to do that
As
type
for
of
me,
voice.
I have spent much of my life fighting the Demiurge's illusions. Whatever comes after this, trick or not, I intend to let myself enjoy it while I can.
All right.
I'll take my leave, Father.
Go with God, my child.
Excellent. So now we go to the stables. Hopefully Dara's out there. And then we'll just check out some rooms, try to eliminate the last couple people. It's good that we know that Sinnott is here, so we could just do a last sweep of his room. It's hard to prove that they don't have maps of the grounds. That's one of the facts, and that's a really hard fact to prove against. Because either they do or they don't.
Mr. Ward.
Hello.
Miss McLeod is safe now.
Aye, safe and happy. And should this seance turn south, well, I've put everything I have into those charms. With some luck, we'll be safe. You know, you'd not tell from looking at me now, but when I was a younger man, I cut off fine cloth. Could dance, too. Girls would make up any old excuse to come by the stables I trained in back home. Bench spoons, pots that looked recently bashed in. The odd bit of broken jewellery. I took it all for granted. I figured they'd wait, every one of them. But young'uns and young love don't live past spring. They all summered and moved on. Soon they had husbands, then weigh-ins of their own. I've never sad. No children. Just didn't work out that way for me. It was November 2nd, 1884, when I heard Mrs. McLeod screaming from the big house. I grabbed something, hoof clippers I think, and ran. Figured it was a robbery. Instead, I found her hunched over wee Ivy. The child was having a seizure. Then, she sat bolt upright and said, and I'll never forget it, she said, "Pappy's gonna die tonight." Pappy being what she called her mother's father. The next day a constable came to the house, his hat under his arm. There had been an incident in the Star Theatre the night before. Some drunk wrongly sounded the alarm over a small fire. 14 people died in their attempts to escape, including Pappy. I happened to be part of a group of fellows that are more open to the stranger side of life. And long story short, it was agreed that if I could help the girl with her gift, though her mother did not consider it that, then none of her siblings nor her father needed to know. A grand man, Mr. McLeod, but God-fearing, to the extent that his wife worried he would turn out his only daughter. And so I trained her. In secret, of course. From the age of 6 until I left for here some 3 years past.
Wow, that's a long time.
She is the closest thing I have, or will have, to a daughter in this world, Mr. Ward. There is nothing I wouldn't do or give to keep her safe. God willing, someday you'll have children, and know a love so strong. Because until then, you cannot understand how much I appreciate what you've done here.
Wow, that was an intense monologue. That's like that because that's what that was.
But yeah,
That was a monologue. Excellent. I would perform that on a stage for people. Okay, so in terms of our mysteries, it would be nice to get the facts for everybody, right? But I don't think it's necessary, right? Especially if I don't know what the last fact is going to be. So let's just do Mantovani, Sinnott, and Toussaint, and then we'll start jumping, right? We'll jump to our next little hour piece. Okay, so we're going to the atrium. And again, the only thing that I would consider is that what happens if the game, one of the facts of the game is lying. So that's... Oh. Yeah, I'm working on it. Barbosa. I should just use the map. Erickson, Toussaint, and Mantovani's are right next to mine. Okay. I mean, I don't even think they would mind if someone came in the room. At this point, once I've solved everybody's issues, they all know what kind of person I am, but, you know, just in case. Okay, so... Toussaint, shoes. We knew what shoes it is. Half a pot of tea and an untouched cup of tea. Oh. Hello. That's like in the painting. Notes. Experiment 04B, still unsuccessful. I've managed to induce lucid dream states, but they have not been in the same dreams I have at night during real sleep. None of the corridors, sigils, or standing stones from my nightly dreams. Why is this? My technique is as the research directs. Comfortable and safe space and suitable music. Could it be because I find myself here in an unfamiliar place? Could that be my distorting my attempt? Perhaps I could try this technique and use Miss Deane's journal as my anchor. A letter from a solicitor advising Mr. Toussaint that there is no formal way to defect from the church and declare himself an atheist, nor is there any means to sue for wrongdoing suffered in their care, as no record was kept nor witnesses found in relation to his exorcism. Interesting. So, ooh, did we just not do this? A letter to Mr. Toussaint from another member of the Society of Psychical Research. They are urging him to reconsider his hardline stance against the use of magical practices in his work, saying a knowledge of the enemy's tools can help us fight them. Given where I found this, he does not seem moved by their argument. Can't see anything of use. Nightstand, books, record, gramophone. Little of interest. Can't open that. Okay. I feel like now I have what I need on him, right? So where are you, Toussaint? He's never been in the area before. He's an atheist, so therefore, eliminate, which we kind of knew. I mean, we had a feeling because he was on the scientist. He does not trust or use magic. Dead. Off the thing. Mantovani, Sinnott. Sinnott is out of his room, therefore we could get in there. I'm actually curious what happens if we enter a room that they're in.
Senor Ward.
Oh, so they don't even give a shit.
That's all.
Okay, so yeah, as long as it's not sneaky, then we're fine. Like if we're in here with her in it, I don't think she cares. Boots. Medium-sized boots of fine Italian quality. So she is still medium size. I'm just going to actively go through your stuff while you're here, Mantovani. I apologize. Book. A copy of Malambra by the Italian writer Antonio Fogazzaro. I want to know, does she have a religion? Newspaper. Postal order contract. The flyer. Those are that's tarot. Those are photos. We saw that. What do we still even need for her? Let's just talk to you. Why not? I don't know if there's anything. We really didn't have to talk to her a lot about anything. Let's talk about the ball. Why not? Marquess Blake seems to have spared no expense on this event. I think I'm worth the money, no? I'm at the ball last night. Ah, yes, the ball. I worry we might have provoked some spirits, but the Marquess insisted on the drugs. Oh, interesting. Part of attuning ourselves to this place and its frequency. And the others, they seemed happy with the experience, no?
That's all.
Of course.
Okay. So, Montavani. Okay, so the boots in her room are medium size. She's going to die this weekend. She's in her early 30s. She's avoided all association with Miss Deane. Technically, that means that she has no pre-Manor history, but it also could mean that she didn't reach out. She's a Catholic. She's still technically on the list. Like, there's not anything about her that's technically eliminated her. I mean, it's obviously not her. But I can't say obviously ever. I'm expecting a big twist. So Montavani's still on the list. Let's go to Sinet's room. We can eliminate him too. And then, yeah, it's just everybody left. The main... I mean, unless Walter Blake did it, which would be a crazy reveal. Can you imagine the whole time he's sitting in the room? There's a game that reminds me of, which I won't say because, as I've said in previous episodes / playthroughs, saying what game it reminds me of would be actively ruining the twist of a different game you may not have played. But there's a game that's kind of like that, and I won't say what. Okay, so for Sinet, let's just do another check. Anything we haven't looked at, we now have the ability to. Nothing. Oh, partial maps. Incomplete maps of the grounds. They're well made, unlike their recent continuation beside them. He's been trying to get a complete map of the grounds, but it's poorly made. Not his skill set, I suppose. Shoes. Let's look at his wardrobe. Father Sinet's priestly robes smell of incest, dust, and sulfur. Is there going to be value in looking at everybody's clothes? And if so, should I do that now while I have the time to actually do so? The partial maps is important, though. I mean, Montavani didn't have that. Sinet does. His attempts at drawing are poor. I mean, he still fits. I can't eliminate him. Oh, but that's all 10 facts. So he's shared a problem. He has... I don't think I can eliminate him. So I have all his facts, but I don't have all the facts about the culprit, which is going to be important. Yeah, like Lau. How do I not know anything as much about Lau? I don't care so much about the people who I've eliminated. And I don't think that's going to become a thing. I'm also just curious about... I'm looking at currently the achievement list. about is there ever yeah, the problem is there's 15 hidden achievements, and I'm not obviously going to look at what those are. So I'm worried that there's a get all of the evidence achievement, and I don't know if I have the ability to do that. What I'm going to do here, actually, I'm going to save. I'm going to do just a clean save here. And then we can start pushing. And if it seems like we've pushed too much to the next hours and we're not going to have the time to be able to go and do everything we need in the last hour, we could come back and do some other stuff. Let me just do one more check that I have all the reflections. Seems so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I could possibly say other than I think we just start advancing time. I have to just be ultra careful, but I think we're okay. Person isn't the culprit already. Yeah. All right, let's start doing it. Let me just check in about how we're doing on time. I think we're going to wait for the next episode. So the next episode, we got a lot of time to spare. We're going to keep this one on the shorter side, so the next one gets to be a little bit bigger. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see any future episodes, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.